Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wato isman tasha, wato zilman tasha. Assalamu alaikum, all ladies and gentlemen, if they are there. At the outset, I would like to congratulate Dr. Wajiha in particular, being a focal person of this very important event today, which is for celebrating the International Women Day 2024. I'm also grateful to Naman, who invited me to be a part of this panel discussion. Unfortunately, I am not there live, but I recorded this video so that my opinions and my ideas can be shared with you. Well, today what we are celebrating is International Women Day 2024. And this year, the theme that we are following is related to inspire inclusion, with very interesting symbol like this. Well, inspire inclusion is not different from the concept where we have talked about the discrimination, where we have talked about gender inequalities. In fact, this is the debate which have took more than half a century since today. So it is not something new that we are talking. Rather, it has been in ages moving on through this issue which is related to equalities, or rather equity in terms of gender. But it's a very important debate, and today again we're talking about same concepts. Well, I'm saying that today women have really broken down the glass ceiling. There are so many examples around the globe where women is participating in different leadership positions, but they're also participating in almost every field of life. They broke this patriarchal concepts, this stereotype thinking, but at the same time, I would also like to add that this war or this kind of discussion which is still being done will maybe go on for more than half a century ahead. I was reading to the theme and the question that was put up by Dr. Wajiha in a letter which was related to whether investing on women is feasible or not. So whether it really contribute to the progress of society. Well, this question itself, in fact, is causing some feeling of discrimination. We know that as a women, we are there in a globe, nearly 50%. And an entity which is sharing this land, which is sharing this globe at 50% should have all same rights as the other counterpart. Well, I feel investment on women is highly desired, and it's desired in 4 different areas. I would like to talk about these areas one by one. The very first thing that I feel is important on which investment should be done on a girl's education. Unfortunately, in Pakistan, even today, 12 million girls are out of school. And this number is even 2 million more than the number of boys outside the school. So this gap in the number of students, including both boys and girls outside the school, shows that even today, unfortunately, we are struggling to bring large number of girl students in the schools. It is highly desired that we invest on the girls in terms of their education. Because when we are investing on a girl education, in fact, we are investing on an education of a family. And then ultimately, we are investing on the education of a society. We are considered as a low human resource development in terms of the global index. We stand at number 135 amongst 145 countries, which shows that we are not really investing much in a human resource. But even in the human resource, we are investing less in on girls' education rather than boys' education. Because in terms of a society, the patriarchal society we have today, they still feel that boys are considered as a bread and butter earners, and girls are considered as being facilitating in their homes. So if girls will not go to the schools, of course, we will not be able to participate more in the society in future. So the first area of importance is that girls should be given priority when we send them to the schools. The second indicator, which is also important and should be given preferences in terms of investment, is related to the health, which is related to girls. In Pakistan, women are facing different kind of health issues. We know there are, unfortunately, breast cancer issues, we know there is iron deficiencies, there are vitamin deficiencies, there are hepatitis and others. But it's not only the physical health concerns for the women also feel anxiety and depression as a mental health disorder. And if they're mentally disordered, of course, their participation in terms of household activities and even in terms of society is being compromised. So, if you really want a healthy world, it starts from a healthy girl. So, investing on health in girls and women in country is also desirable. Well, unfortunately, again in Pakistan, if we see, in Pakistan we stand at 122 amongst 195 economies around the globe when it's concerned with access to the good health care and good health quality. So that's the second important dimension where investment in girls are highly desired. The third important dimension where it's again important to invest more on girls is to make it sure that they are financially independent. Because financial independence in fact give or in fact promote the esteem, the self-esteem of a woman. And when they are feeling more strong in terms of their self-esteem, what can they do? They can make good decisions. And again, their decisions are going to impact. They're going to impact larger number of societies, different goals that we can do in societies. So even giving them financial independence can also give them good mental health. Finally, what I can talk about is the women at leadership position. So the fourth important dimension of investment is highly desired is to make it sure that a larger number of women are there at the leadership roles. Because when they're there at the leadership role, they have the capacity to raise their voice. They have the capacity to contribute into the policy, which is more friendly to the women. So how we can really contribute, how we can really coming up with the strategies that can help in such a way that is giving us more of like a financial liberty, that is giving more, in fact, investment in health and education for the women, is to really look upon for those kind of policies, budgets and investments which are women friendly. Because what is happening that in most of the places where policy is being devised, the man is there as a leadership role. And the mostly policies being devised are aligned, which are more friendly to the men rather than women. So it's not happening at the policy level, but at the same time it is also happening to the technology level. Because less number of women are there in the technology development, most of the technologies that we are devising or being developing, in fact, are more or friendly towards a man rather than a woman. So what is important is a larger number of presence of women at different places. And for that, of course, we need investment in education, we need investment in health, we need investment so the women can feel financially independent, and we need investment so the larger number of women can be there at the leadership role. But all these things would help us to solve the problems that we are seeing today in our society. Because Einstein says that the same mindset who have created this problem cannot be used or cannot solve the problems of a society. So what is important is different mindset. And different mindset, we know that in terms of gender, men and women, they are physiologically different, they are psychologically different. So of course the mindset are also different. So the problem that have been created can be solved if we have a large number of women at the places where decisions can be done. Well, in this, I would like to conclude, and I would like to also thank once again to the NAMAL for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this panel discussion on a very important day for celebrating the International Women Day 2024. I would like to thank you and Jazakallah Khair.